Hey guys, it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and today I have a layout share, and it is for January, February, and March layouts, and I actually have quite a few, which is new for me. Usually it takes me a long time, but I really worked on the Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches in March, and I got 15 of 30 done, so usually I'm only about like 1 or 2 a week, so I'm pretty excited and I want to put these away so they don't get ruined. So I thought I would do a layout share. So let's get started. Okay, so this first one was fun. This is my best friend's daughter. And if you've been around my channel, you know that all the children belong to my best friends and they have all my children for me, and then I take pictures of them so I could scrapbook them. So this is the, what is it, Tula and Norbert's Magical Vacation, and I just love all the gnomes and that are in this collection. And so I believe this was a series 10 for Christy's Beautiful Life sketch, and I forget who it's by, but all of these have process videos, so make sure you check them out, and I talk about all of that in the video. And so cute. She's exhausted from the day. And then the next one is of my kitty. Well, one of them. I have 3. And then this is for a series that I started called Vintage to Modern. And I have this idea of taking all of my kind of vintage papers because I love them so much and actually using them, and they don't have to be for heritage photos or old family photos. And so that's kind of the idea behind my Vintage to Modern series. So this is, and then this is just all stash. And I used a paper pad, and so like the paper is really thin. So when I put it in my album, I'll have, you know, a thicker white paper like what comes in the album. I'll put that behind it just to help. But I really liked these colors with her coat. And so that's Milo. And then another one for my Vintage to Modern. This is actually a Disney layout with, you know, without having the bright Disney colors. And so I like how this turned out. This is the statue at California Adventures with my husband and I in front of it. And so I really liked how that turned out. And you can see, like, I still have some journaling to do before I put them in my albums. But I really liked this idea of having like a pocket and then just having a bunch of ephemera in there. And in the end, I was like, oh, the picture will be cute of, it's just me and the statue just kind of stuck in the pocket. And I put some little Mickey heads around. But again, just vintage ephemera and stuff that I have in my stash. So I'm excited to get to use this stuff up. And these little paper clips I've had for a million years. So I'm so glad I got one on a layout. So I really like how this layout turned out. Okay, and then this one was for Mixed Media Mayhem, and it was a sketch. Yeah, it was a sketch that we were using, and so I decided to do one of my wedding photos. And then this is Craft O'Clock Seaside Greetings. All these like cutouts here that you fussy cut, and I love this collection so much. I just could use it for everything. And then it's funny because I used a stencil and I used this paste in here, and I thought the paste would come out bright white, and it didn't. So it doesn't, the coral that I stenciled through doesn't stand out as much as I had planned, but I actually like how it turned out in the end. It has just kind of a subtle in the background. So I really like this one, and this was the first time I joined in on the Mixed Media Mayhem, and so that's a lot of fun, and I continue to do it. It's the last Friday of every month, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, and then this one is a Christmas layout, and I wanted to try something different with a black paper, and so this is a Simple Stories ephemera here. It's like a sticker. And so I really like how that turned out. I put some Nuvo paste through the dot stencil, and I'm still learning on mixed media. So I don't know that it's my favorite. Maybe I should have put some more of the polka dots there, but I like it, and I really like this. This turned out really good. So that's a fun one. And then another one for my vintage to modern. These are my 3 dogs, Zoe, Yoda, and Grace. And again, it's a Christmas layout, but at first glance, it's not the normal red and green that you do for Christmas. It's more of like a vintagey kind of Christmas. And so I'm really enjoying that series. And it's getting a lot of my stash used up, you know, so I can buy more. Really, that's the point, right? And I inked the back paper with a red fired brick distress ink, and I really like how that turned out. It just kind of adds kind of a halo to the layout. So that's a fun one. And then this one, I think this was a mixed media and possibly an Iron Crafter challenge with the dots here, the enamel dots. I believe that's what it is. Go ahead and check out this video and I tell you all the information. And it's funny because this is a Halloween layout, and I made this skull with the cricket, and I had this idea of putting these flowers, but I don't know that the skull really turned out too scary for Halloween. Maybe I should have done some orange flowers, and I was thinking this would look really cute with like a Day of the Dead type layout. But we were scary clowns for Halloween one year, and this is fun. I just put that we boo together. Just made up the title with some old stuff that I had. But I do like this layout though, and I really like the floral clusters on it. But I'm just not sure if it's a really scary layout for Halloween. So this is gonna start the Chrissy's Beautiful Life Series 11. Series 11, what am I trying to say? Sketches. And so this was the first day sketch, and I have all the information in all of my videos. So make sure you check that out so you can see who the sketch was by, and check out all the links for all the beautiful layouts that people did. And so this sketch was fun. It was a 4x4 photos in a cluster, so I'd never done that. So I did these pictures of when I broke my wrist, and then my dog Yoda always would lay on my lap and put his paw on my cast, and so we always said he was wondering about Mom's broken paw, and so that was my title. And this is fun too, a title going this way. I haven't done that before either, and I just had this little glitter bone up here, so that's a fun layout. I like that. And then day 2 of the series 11 for Chrissy's Beautiful Life. I remember the sketch had kind of strips of paper that I thought looked like brick, so I decided to use this brick paper and kind of cut it out. My best friend's son, at our wedding reception, it was all vintage theme, and we had a photo booth, and we put all these kind of vintage props there. And so this little man here had a boa and the glasses, and he's sitting on the little vanity that we had set up for everyone next to the photo prop, and it's just one of my favorite photos. And so I had this Hello Cutie, and then just some more ephemera over here. I'm kind of a big deal. I thought that was cute. But I really like this one, and I popped the brick up on some foam so you can kind of see the layers here. So that's a fun one as well. Day 3 had a bunch of circles, and so I decided to do beach pictures. And what I really liked about this sketch was how many photos I could get on the page, and so that was fun. I think these are some simple stories, and then these were just some other, I think, recollection stickers in here. I titled it Just Beachin', so it's our friends and their kids when we were in San Diego. No, when we were in Los Angeles. We went to Disneyland and they're making sand castles. So just so cute. Love it. And this one was day 4. And this was a fun sketch. It had all these different kind of papers, and so I thought it was a perfect time to do a Disney layout because I have all the papers that go together, and then I thought that was a lot of fun. And then there's a lot of triangles always in the sketches, which is another reason I love doing the sketches, because it forces me to do things I wouldn't normally do, and like this kind of off-kilter pieces of paper over here is not something I would normally do. So I really like it. I've had this Mickey for a bazillion years, so I'm so excited I finally got to use that. My husband and I went to Disneyland for a honeymoon, and I was getting Mickey's autograph. And these are all Simple Stories and Echo Park, I believe, are what the ephemera is from. So that's fun. I really like this layout. This was the day 5 sketch. And this is my mom and I just putzing around when we were in Scottsdale. And again, triangles. And the sketch had a bunch of like strips of triangles, but there's no way. I would be here forever trying to cut all those triangles. So I thought I would just do some mixed media on the bottom half. And I really like all the flower clusters and the butterflies. This is a fun layout. I really, really like that. And then I have a wedding layout. This was, what are we at? Day 6 of the series 11. And this one was the same piece of paper as like the front and back, and I cut it in half and flipped it. So I thought that was a fun idea. I liked that the sketch for day 6 had the circle photo. And again, it's not something that I normally do, is cut shapes in the photos, but I like how that turned out. And this is fun. I'm almost done with just the professional photos for the wedding, guys. And we just had our 4-year anniversary. So I am quite behind, but I'm getting there. Pretty soon I'll have a wedding album flip, of course, just for the professional photos. Don't get me started on all the wedding shenanigans surrounding, because that's going to take me another 20 years. Okay, and then this one was the day 7 sketch. And she had like a title that was a circle, and so I kind of took inspiration for that, and I cut this tree ring out of the paper and did the title here to kind of mimic her sketch. It was a lot of fun. This is obviously California Adventure, and this will be my title page for that part of the album. So I like how this turned out, and I did some stamping in the back, which is I'm trying to make myself use the stamps that I have, and did some mixed media. So this was a lot of fun, and then a bunch of layering here, and I used some of the Simple Stories kind of park related sayings so that it matched. But we really liked California Adventure a lot, so that one's fun. Was actually, this one's actually day 12, because this was the sketch that I submitted, and I was so excited to not only play along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 days of sketches, but then I got to submit a sketch and then have all of you wonderful crafty peeps take my sketch and make beautiful layouts, like things I never even would have thought of with just a sketch, and I just enjoyed it so much. And it's funny because a lot of people thought my sketch was sports related, and I find that funny because I'm quite the indoor girl. I'm not very sporty, and so I love it. I just love it. And again, make sure you check out all the links for that. There's a playlist, and they're all just gorgeous. And so this was my sketch day, and then I thought it was funny because it was my husband's birthday, and his friends thought it was funny to get him a large unicorn birthday card, and so then I made him sit on my unicorn floaty so I could take a picture. And so I love that this is such a kind of girly layout, and it's of my husband on his birthday, and it just makes me so happy. But that's why we scrapbook, is these kind of memories. This one I think was another of the mixed media mayhem, and I took a stencil in the back here. This was a sketch for that month. I think this was February's. But I really liked how this turned out. Again, with the triangles, things I just wouldn't do. I like the background. It turned out kind of rustic, and we're in Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, and so I kind of like this theme for that part of the album. Very rustic. So, and I didn't put, Galaxy's Edge or anything on here because it's part of the album where, I don't need to put that on every single layout, but I like how that turned out. Right? Sorry if you hear my neighbor's loud car. But so this one was day 8, and it was a 2-page scrapbook. And I haven't done a 2-page in a while because I started using D-ring albums because I have so many layouts, and so I haven't done a lot of 2-pagers, but I really enjoyed this one. And I got this wedding collection used up that I had in the stash. I kind of tend to do more beachy things since my wedding was on the beach and not so much wedding things like this. And so I love when we go to another wedding, then I can use those things. And so this was my work peeps, and they got married. And so it was a lot of fun, and I did a bunch of the clusters, and I really liked this addition of the black and white stripes with this. I really enjoy how that turned out. So that's a fun one. Okay, and then this one was a day 9, and I think the sketch went like this, and I turned it this way because of my photos, and I went crazy with some mixed media. I like this stencil that I have. I don't know if it looks like bubbles or just circles, and then I had this circle kind of snowflake stamp, and it's a little busy. I will concede to that. I like a lot of stuff on my layouts, but even, I don't know if it's like the circles in the background. I thought that it was going to come out a little different, but I do still like the layout. And I had this Dear Santa title forever, so that was fun to get used up. And it worked perfect because we had bought this like 9-foot inflatable Santa. My husband was putting it up, and then this is all our inflatables that we put out in front of the house. So a lot of fun. I like that one. But again, I don't know. Sometimes you do the mixed media and it had a different look in my head than came out, but I still like it enough that it's going in the album. And then I'll just try again with what I thought it would look like in my head. Okay, so then this one was day 10, and I think the sketch went like this, the inspiration sketch. But I turned it this way, and I put the polka dots in the back. I liked my catch of the day title because I thought, well, I feel like my husband's a catch, and so this was graphic 45 catch of the day ephemera. So I really like that, and then how I popped this one up. So these are just some fun professional photos that we have. We gave these sunglasses for wedding favors, that's the word, and it says our name and our wedding date on it, and so then we took pictures with it. So like that one. Okay, and then this one was day 11, and I stitched around here. The sketch had like a sketchy border, and so this was fun. I haven't sewn or stitched on layouts very much, so I enjoyed that. This is us. Yoda here doesn't like the water very much, and when he would swim, he like puts his head in the water. So we got him this flotation device, but life jacket, and it has a little shark fin. And so my husband always sings the Yoda shark to him, like, the baby shark song, but he sings it Yoda shark while he's having him swim. And so that's my title here, and just a bunch of little ephemeras that I had. And then I remember the sketch had like dots in the corner, so I use these enamel dots here. So that's fun. Okay, and then this one was day 13, and the sketch had this zigzag down the middle, and I think it had 3 photos that went here. Yeah, it was 3 photos, and so, but I just have the 2 because I have the bigger size, and did some mixed media. And it's just my husband and I being goofy at Christmas, and I like that I got to use this kind of colorful Happy Holidays sticker here, and it was Tula and Norbert's maybe Christmas Vacation, maybe that's what it's called, from Photoplay. And so I just love the gnomes, and they're in here with their little presents. It's so cute. And then I just have this tag kind of sticking out with the ribbon here kind of being wild, since these are some wild pictures of us. And then the little gnome is sitting up here. It's just cute. So I like that one. That's a fun Christmas layout. Okay, and then I have this one, which is day 14, and I think the sketch had circles, and I decided to do diamonds, well, or squares, however you want, you know, this is a square, that's a diamond, right? Just to do something different than circles, because I do like circles, and so I feel like I use them a lot in my layouts. So I wanted to try something different, and I chose this striped and this floral, and I was a little bit concerned, just a little, about if it would kind of blend in or look too busy, but I actually like how this turned out, in all the tags and stuff kind of layered up here. And this is our cat Finn with his just beautiful blue eyes. I just love them. And then again, like the tag, I like having these kind of wild, and I put little knots in the twine, just for something different that I don't normally do. And I feel like the twine kind of matched this. So that's a fun one. I like this. Pet me and tell me I'm pretty, because that's him. Okay, so then this one was the March Mixed Media and Iron Crafter Challenge. And so the mixed media was an inspiration layout, and it had the different colors that she stenciled in the back of the layout. And so that's the inspiration there. And then the Iron Crafter Challenge was to use trim. And so I put some trim here. So I really like this. This was at our reception, and it's the gifts, and we had set up like an old trunk and then a vintage desk here, so people could sign in, and then like put their cards here, and then we had all the presents in the trunk, and it was a lot of fun. And so I'm gonna make this my title page for the reception. And this is a color palette I don't normally use, and so I really like that cat hair. This is my life with all these animals. Hair everywhere. Yeah, so I really like that color palette, and it turned out really good. And I got to use up a bunch of these ephemera, and I think it's my Mind's Eye sticker book. So that I like that. Okay, and then the last one that I have today is a pocket page, and it was for Christy's Beautiful Life, and it was day 15, and I thought that the sketch looked like a pocket page, and so I apologize. I know that it adds glare because they're in the pockets, but this was a lot of fun. I used the 49 and Market and Vintage Serenity, Artistry Serenity with this background paper, and it's us getting our marriage license when we were in San Diego, and I really like how it turned out. It's funny, I feel like it always takes me so long to do the pocket pages because I feel like it's just individual layouts, and I have so many. And I'll journal here. This is the bumper sticker that we could purchase there, so it's funny, just married, San Diego County Clerk's Office. Yeah, so, and then I was telling you in the video, my mom was with us, and she was taking these pictures, and then when you go back here to sign, they don't let them be in the office. They made them leave, and so I just thought that was funny. But yeah, so here's the door to the office, the building. But, you know, as a scrapbooker, we scrapbook everything. So thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. I would love to have you. Make sure you check out all of the process videos for the layouts. You can get all the information for the sketches or the challenges I joined. And everyone have a great day. Bye.